Hi all. In the previous session, we have discussed about Java AWT, hierarchy of AWT classes, and the methods available in component classes in Java. Now, we will see how we can create a simple AWT program in Java. To create a simple AWT program in Java, we need a frame. There are two ways to create a frame in AWT. We can see one by one with the help of an example. First one, by extending the frame class. Frame is the class in AWT which belongs to container classes which are inherited from container classes. So by extending a frame class, we can create a frame in AWT, and this method is known as inheritance. We can see an example. Let us see a simple example of AWT where we are creating the frame by extending the frame class, that is by applying the inheritance method. In this example, here we are showing a button component on the frame. So this is our frame. Inside that frame, we will create a button with the label click me. This will be the output which we have to get. Now let us write the program. First of all, we have to import java.awt package because all AWT classes are available in this package. So import java.awt.start. So all classes belongs to that package can be imported to this program. Then create a class by extending the frame class. In order to create a frame in AWT, we can use method known as inheritance, that is by extending the frame class. So next step is to create a class by extending frame class. So class, the name of the class is first extends frame. Okay, here we are going to define only one class, or in this class we contains all the methods including main method also. Otherwise we can create two classes, one for holding the frame method and another is for holding the main method. But the simple way is to create a single class which contains all the methods including main method. So the program can be save it as first, because in this class we are going to define the main method also. So save it as first.java. Okay. Then next step, we have to create a constructor. Constructor means which have the same name as the class name. Here the class name is first, so the constructor also have the name first, and the constructor does not have any return type. Here we have used default constructor, so it does not have any parameter. So inside this we have to create or set the methods available in the component class frame. Okay. First of all, we have to create a frame. So we have to fix the frame size, that is in width and height. The method used to set the frame height and width is set size. So we can use set size method with the parameter. The set size method has two parameters which have seen in the previous session. Int height and int width, both are of type integer, so we can specify the height and width as 300, which means the frame which we are going to create have an height 300 and also a width of 300. Okay. Then next available method is set layout. In order to lay out the manager, using layout manager we can set the layout of the corresponding frame. Here I already said that the layout manager is an AWT class which we have seen later in detail. So here set layout as null. That means here we are not using any layout for this particular frame. Set layout as null. Then next method is set visible true. We already said that set visible method changes the visibility of the component as per our requirement. If we do not specify or define this method, it will by default treated as 0. That means false. Set visible have one parameter which is of Boolean type, so we have to specify the parameter as true. Otherwise by default this method will take the parameter as false. Okay. Then so frame is created and the parameters associated with the frame or method associated with the frames are called and defined. The next step, inside the frame we have to create a button. So create an button object corresponding to button class. Button b equal to new button, and the parameter here we specified is what is the label appears on the button. Here the label appears on the button is click me. Okay. So after creating an object corresponding to the button class, we have to call add method in order to add the button to the frame. So add b. So the button object will be added to the frame. Okay, then we have to set the button position on the frame. That is b dot set bounds. Here set bound method is used to set the position of the button on the frame, and this set bound method has 4 parameters. The first one is S coordinate value, and the second one is y coordinate value, and the third one is width of the button, and the fourth one is height of the button. So in order to set the position of the button on the frame, we have to call the method set bounds. which have 4 parameters. First parameter corresponds to S coordinate value. Second parameter corresponds to Y coordinate value. Third parameter corresponds to width. And the fourth parameter corresponds to height. Is it clear? So, this is all in the constructor. Okay, we have to call public static void main, because the program execution always start from public static void main function. So we have to define main function. First of all, I said that this class contains all the methods related to our program, including main method. Otherwise, we have to define separate class for this depending upon our requirements. Okay, but simple way is to create all the methods including main method in one single class. String args. We know that the program execution always start from main function. So inside main function we have to create an object corresponding to class first, so that which can invoke the constructor which we defined. So create an object corresponding to class first. F is equal to new first. This is our program to create a frame, and inside the frame a button component. Okay, now we can run the program. Okay, take the terminal. First of all, compile the program. Normal Java program compile ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ run ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. Javac first.java So after successful compilation, we have to run the program using Java program name. So we get the window according to our output. This is the AWT frame which we have created. This frame can be maximized and this frame can be minimized. Okay. So minimize ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്ത സൈസിലേക്ക് അല്ലാതെ അതിൽ കുറവ് സൈസിലേക്ക് അത് പോവില്ല. This button does not have any action. Okay. Then after successful compilation, we have to close the program. But the close button does not work. Okay, in order to if we want to type another program, we have to run another program, we should close the command prompt and take new command prompt in order to compile and run the program. This is all because of AWT frame is written using the native code, that is Java, and is not given the functionality to close by default on clicking the close button. There may be several reasons for this. Like if we create an application using the frame class and some operations is going on and accidentally the user clicked the close button, then what happens? The application closes and any saved data will be lost unless if we code what to happen when user closes the window. So it is not provided by default. This can be done by modifying the program as we have to define that action to the button which we have created using the event handling method. Okay. So the event handling method and the action listener class action performed method which we have already seen in applet program. Okay, so here I am going to import java.awt.event.handler. star. Okay. Then frame, here we have to perform an event. So the event should be handled. In order to handle the event, we have to define the action listener interface or implement action listener interface in Java. The class first extends frame, implements action listener. Okay, action listener. Then when we click the button, it should perform the event according to which we are going to define in this function button. So b dot add action listener. This b dot add action listener this. Okay. But when this button clicked, it will invoke the action performed method, which I have to define outside the constructor. That is public void action performed. Public void action performed. And here the parameter is an event, that is action event E. Action event E. Okay. So inside that method, we have to specify what action should perform when we click the button. Here, the event catched by the action performed method is generated by the button object. We have to verify that. So if E dot get source equal to B. Here the compiler checks the event catched by the action performed method is generated by the button object B. If it is true, then the instruction to be performed is we want to close the window, that is system dot exit of 0. System dot exit of 0. Nothing. Close the program normally. That is, the 0 says it to terminate the program normally or close the window normally. Okay. Now we can compile the program again. What will be the change occur? Let us see. Java C first dot Java. We can get an error, that is the variable B is not found. We know that when we create an object corresponding to a class, it will be treated as a variable corresponding to that user defined data type. Okay. Here variable B is not found because B corresponding variable is declared inside the constructor method. That means any variable which we define inside a method is local to that method, which cannot be available throughout the program. So in order to make the B available to any method or visible to any method which we are defined in this program, we have to create the object corresponding to button class globally. That is, we have to insert the creation of button object inside the class, which is common to both the methods, constructor method and the action performed method. Then let us check the error is resolved or not. ഓക്കെ, ദ എറർ ഈസ് റിസോൾവ്ഡ്. നമ്മൾ ഒരു മെത്തേഡിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ ഒരു വാരിയബിൾ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി ട്രീറ്റഡ് ആസ് ലോക്കൽ വാരിയബിൾ വിച്ച് വി ദ വാരിയബിൾ ഹാവ് ലൈഫ് ടൈം ഓൺലി എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ഇൻസൈഡ് ദാറ്റ് മെത്തേഡ് ഓൺലി. ബട്ട് ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് രണ്ട് മെത്തേഡിനും കോമൺ ആയിട്ടുള്ള വാരിയബിളാണ് എന്ത്? ബട്ടൺ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ബി. സോ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഡിഫൈൻ ഇറ്റ് ഗ്ലോബലി. ഓക്കെ, ദെൻ run the program. So we have to close this window by clicking the button click me. Is it clear? That is the change which we have made in this program. Okay, then I explain the program once more. In order to create a simple AWT program in Java, we need a frame. There are two ways for creating a frame in AWT. The first one is by extending the frame class, that is by using inheritance method. And here we are defining a simple program, that is a button component is placed on a frame. Okay, first of all we have to import the java.awt package, because all AWT classes are available in this package. Then we have to create a class by extending frame class. We have to create a class by extending frame class, that is class first extends frame. Then inside the body of the class we have to create a constructor. Inside that constructor method we did set all the parameters or components which we are going to which we are required in our program. Okay, so create a constructor. Constructor has the same name as the class name which we have, which do not have a return type and which does not contain any parameter. That means it is the default constructor which we are using here, or any AWT program which we are used to create a frame. The constructor uses this default constructor. Okay, inside that first of all we have to create the frame. So set the frame size using set size method, and which contains two parameters, which is the height and width of the frame. Okay, then set layout null means no layout manager are used here. Set visible true. Now the component which we are created is visible. Here the component is frame, so the frame is visible. Okay, then all parameters and methods corresponding to the frame is defined. Next we have to create or add button to that frame. So create an button object corresponding to button class. Okay, create a button object corresponding to button class. Then add a button into the frame using add method. Add button into the frame. Okay, and b.setBounds method is used to set button position inside the frame. and which contains 4 parameters. First parameter corresponding to s coordinate, second parameter y coordinate, third parameter width, and the fourth parameter is height. Then inside the main function we have to create a object corresponding to the class which we have created, so that we can invoke the constructor method which we defined. Okay. Then in AWT we cannot close the program by using the close button. So in order to solve that problem, we create a button to perform this task. That means there is an event occur when we click the button. Okay. So let us see how we can handle the event generated by the button. The class which processes the action event should implement this interface. Here the class which processes the action event is first. So this action event should action event occur in the class first. So the class first implements the interface action listener. The Java action listener is notified whenever you click on the button or menu item. It is notified against action event, and this action listener is found in import java.awt.event.star. java.awt.event package. It has only one method, that is action performed. Okay. But this action performed method is invoked automatically whenever you click on the registered component. That is, here the registered component is button object B, and this is the registration process. Okay. When the action event occurs, action performed method is invoked. The object of that class must be registered with a component. The object can be registered using the action listener method. Okay. Then when the action performed is invoked, it will check the event cached by this method is generated by the button object B. If it is true, then it will want to close the terminal by calling the system.exit of 0 method. 0 says it to terminate normally. Okay. This is all about the one way to create a AWT frame by extending the frame class. Okay. Now let us see another way to create the AWT frame. The second method is by creating object of frame class, and this method is known as association. That is, here we does not have to extend the frame class. Instead of that, we have to create object corresponding to the frame class. We can see the method for the same example which we already explained. So in this program, small changes are required. That is, here we are does not extend in the frame class. Okay, we just create object corresponding to frame class. So inside the constructor method, before setting the frame parameters, we have to define the object corresponding to the frame class. That is, frame f equal to frame f1 equal to new frame. Okay. This is the second method by creating object of the frame class. Okay. Then the changes occurring in the previous example, we just have to define set size, set layout, set visible. But all methods are belonging to the component class. In order to access the methods in the component class, we have to use the object which we created corresponding to the frame class. That is object name dot method name. F1 dot set size to set the frame size. F1 dot set layout. F1 dot set visible. F1 dot add. These four methods are available in the component class, which we have studied in detail in the previous section. So these four methods have accessed using the object which we are created corresponding to the frame class. Okay. No other changes are there. These are the only changes when we using the second method. That is, here we are creating an object corresponding to the frame class. Remaining codes are same. Is it clear? Now let us see the output. Okay, then let us compile the program and run the program. The same output, the methods used here are different. Clear? The first method is by extending the frame class by using the keyword extends frame. Second method is creating an object corresponding to the frame class, and all frame related methods and variables are defined inside the constructor, and the methods or events handling methods should be defined inside the constructor. And the objects can be created outside the function, that means constructor, which is common to both constructor and the action performed methods. Is it clear? So this is all about how we can create a simple AWT frame in Java by using a frame class.